All right, ladies and gentlemen, MrSotko here. Welcome back to the channel. Got a whole bunch of good crypto news stuff for you today, and the first thing I want to talk about is the incredibly botched Veriblock IEO on bittrex. If you don't know what an IEO is, it's the initial exchange offering. So instead of an ICO, it's an IEO, which is kind of almost the same thing. But if you don't know what Veriblock is a somewhat new mainnet coin, although it's been in development for quite some time. And it uses the op return transactions of Bitcoin to essentially secure itself and other coins. Because if you can't 51% attack Bitcoin, and if you're using those transactions to secure other coins, you can't attack those other coins or Veriblock as well. So fairly good idea in practice, but it raises Bitcoin transactions by doing that. So you can see when the Veriblock was running on its testnet, it took a break when it launched, and you could see the noticeable dips when it stops its mainnet, and including in this one. You can see the mainnet starts up and then boom, all the way back down. So it's quite a burden on the Bitcoin blockchain. Is it legit? Is it not? That's up to everybody to decide. Some people like it, some people don't. But it is raising fees quite a bit. But that's not necessarily what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the initial exchange offering and how absolutely broken it was. Prepare yourself, strap into your seats, and if you got little seat belts on the back, which I don't, so I ain't gonna make it through this one, but you guys maybe will. So, new customers can sign up at bittrex for individual accounts. There's 100 VBK, approximately $10 minimum. They're 10 cents each. It happened today at 9 a.m. Pacific time. April 2nd on bittrex. So it's already over with, and we'll get to how fast it was over with in just a second. So it was 10 cents a coin, and they were essentially selling about 70 million of them. And the maximum purchase was 200,000 VBK, which is approximately 20,000 US dollar in Bitcoin. Okay, fair enough. So all the people that are supporting it, all in the Discord and on Twitter and stuff, were ready and waiting for this to happen. And then when they went to buy, it was all sold out. Now, that's not too unusual, an ICO or an IEO selling out, but this happened in 2 seconds. 2 seconds. So I'd like to show you bittrex. Check out the stats today from Veriblock's IEO sale. Okay, I will. Time to sell out, 10.4 seconds. Oh my god, that was fast. However, it was not 10.4 seconds. I think they botched this time for sure, because everybody says it was 2 seconds or less. By the time you refreshed your page, you couldn't buy anymore. So I think they were just like, hey, it sold out in 2 seconds. You think that's a major problem? Do you think we messed up there because we didn't allow any kind of CAPTCHA or anything that would prevent bots from doing this? And then the CEO of bittrex is like, yeah, that's a major problem. Put it as 10.4 seconds. That just sounds like there was a lot of demand for it and it sold out really fast, and it wasn't bots. It definitely wasn't bots that did it. Number of purchasers, only 855 people, although I highly doubt that as well. Accounts who purchased, max, 142 purchased the max amount. And wow, look at the comments. Congrats, pack of scammers. It was 1 second. 855 bittrex multi-accounts. Cheaters. It was ended in 10 seconds. That's why I got anything with 1 second. Clicked maximum amount and confirmed, and the system posted an error. It just goes on and on. Those bots, people are bots. It just goes on and on in less than 2 seconds, bro. And it just goes on and on. Nobody is happy about this. It's horrible. How many tried to purchase? Only whales participated. Lottery is more interesting. It's completely fraud. They make bot trading with different buying volume. You could do 2K cap, add CAPTCHA as well. It was absolutely not 10.4 seconds. I refreshed instantly and it was already over. Can't buy it in 2 seconds. Great scam. Well played. Unbelievable FUD against this. And it just goes on. So this is the IEO Veriblock ended within 10 seconds, and it continues. Not 10 in maximum 2 seconds. Only bots bot. Where's the CAPTCHA? This is fraud. This is my favorite GIF of all time, by the way. Bad scam. I try to purchase in the first second. Just leave this exchange period. I'm done. Exactly. It's just juicy. So Here's another tweet that it was basically bots that bought all this. So, like, here's just this list of bots that basically bought all of the IEO. Like, nobody that was real managed to get their hands on this. This is incredibly centralized and is a major problem, and I don't think the developers are going to do, or bittrex are going to do anything about this. What I would do was just take away everything and redo this again, but add captcha and add bots, or add bot protection in some way, however you got to do that. Removed scripts, remove APIs, anything like that that would allow you to be able to click on this immediately, because somehow bots knew just how to click on this immediately. There were some videos showing people that would already have like the buying screen up before it was available for anyone else. So I think that's where people maybe learned where to click on the bot, because you got to tell the bot where to click on the X and Y axis. It just doesn't work that easy. There was a screen and you had to click over here to buy, and you would have to know where that is within like 2 seconds to be able to do it. So let me show you how fast this IEO sold out. This was hardly 10 seconds. This is a real video. So it says I was wiping my, I'll say butt. Don't demonetize me, YouTube. Not today. Completing one of these group for the Veriblock sale on bittrex. No wonder I have no VBK now. Nobody does. In the Discord, nobody does. A couple people were like, I bought a little bit. And you're like, wow, congratulations to you for managing to get it in 2 seconds, I guess. I don't know, like, how you got it. But, this is just unbelievable. So it basically, there was no captcha. So when you actually went to go buy it on the page, you didn't have to like fill out a I am not a bot thing or anything like that. And people are saying, oh, well, captcha can be figured out by bots in just a few seconds. Well, I watched some videos on bots capturing the sound capture. It has to be the sound. And they can hear the numbers. If you click on those captcha things where you have to like click on the cars or with like the street lamps or whatever, you can click a sound and it'll play some weird music, and then it'll say numbers in your headphones, so that you have to like extract those numbers and then put them in. So bots can do that, but the videos that I watch of bots doing that actually took a good amount of time. First of all, you have to listen to the whole music thing, which is way longer than 2 seconds, and then they have to figure it out and like run the algorithm, like run the wave file that plays, and then put the numbers in and then go. So this would take a lot longer than a person, and any person could probably figure out the little, like, press all the cars, boom, 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 and you're done. Whereas a bot just can't do it that fast. So there are bots that can figure out captchas, but not that fast, not in 2 seconds. So there was absolutely no captcha, no bot prevention, no script, nothing like that. So bots were able to just go boop boop and just instantly. Then we have these. This I think is in Vietnam, so I've heard. So this is basically a farm, and one guy is running this, and he says, go, 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 as soon as it starts. And he has like 20 or 30 people in this room buying it for him. So this one big whale basically bought all of it with a ton of fake accounts. Well, probably real for the individuals, but basically fake accounts. So this is not bots, but it's not cheating either. It is somewhat fair competition, I want to say, on one end of the devil's advocate, but on the other end, I want to say, wait, no, because 99.9% of us can't afford to have a pleb army of 30 people buying cryptocurrency for you during an IEO.
Bay đi em ơi. Bay, 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 bay.
That fast. That fast. Some of them weren't winners. Some of these aren't winners, but you can see here in just a second that they go through success, success, success. So at least 10 people out of this group probably bought the maximum of 200,000 VBK each. So whoever this guy was that ran this operation now owns likely millions of VBK, while everyone else owns nothing. This is the worst IEO I have ever seen. It's the most botched thing I have ever seen. I can't believe it was 2 seconds. Go, go, go. That's it. It's done. It's done. Nobody else in the world could basically click. It's done right there. That is not 10 seconds. That's it. That was like 3 seconds. When he says my is the exact second that 9 a.m. Pacific time starts, and whatever time it was in Vietnam, or wherever this is, Thailand, Vietnam, something like that. It's 2.5 seconds at best. So the average person just couldn't do it. So this is the worst botched IEO I've ever seen. If the developers of this are anybody that's conscious or honest in the crypto world, they will tell bittrex to, okay, like because nobody has their crypto yet. It's all still locked up till the 5th, and then trading VBK Veriblock starts on the 9th. So nobody has their crypto yet. It's just still in wallets being credited to you. So what I would do if I was the developers, okay, no, we need to redo this. Bittrex, you need to actually add bot protection in this so everybody can have a chance. Otherwise, this is just incredibly centralized, and when this hits exchanges and starts to pump, it's going to dump like a bag of hammers, because every time something new hits the exchange that's sort of hyped like this, it's going to go way up. Just like Grin Coin started super high and then just dumped immediately because people that have it beforehand. And now the people that have a few million of these, because only a few people got these, basically 885, which I don't even believe, according to the Bittrex tweet, which I just don't believe in the least, because 10.4 seconds, I don't believe that. I don't believe that for a second, and nobody in the comments does, out of hundreds of comments. So just redo this, discredit everybody, give them all back their money, and take away all the VBK and redo this with some kind of CAPTCHA and some kind of slower method, without bots, without scripts. Now, this wasn't scripts, admittedly, but this is a pleb army buying for one person, and eesh. So it's now a whale coin. Congratulations, VBK, you're now a whale coin. I guess, right? I'm like, no clap? Okay, no clap. I've been told by my 20-man team that runs my 400-foot underground crypto vault, no clapping on no clapping. Okay, no clapping. So moving on to some different news here. Why Bitcoin price surged over 5,000 like in an hour. So in tongue-in-cheek response, the Blockstream's CSO, Samson Mao. So this article doesn't necessarily conclude anything, but he concluded the new spike simply came from investors buying and holding Bitcoin. Although I would disagree, as that is clearly a whale purchase. That is not organic growth. I'm expecting this to dump at some point, as there's always a whale purchase followed by a whale dump. Hopefully not something, again, I would love to be wrong on, and hopefully another whale just comes in and purchases. Maybe this was an exchange pump or something like that to wreck a bunch of shorts. Who knows at this point in crypto? But it certainly wasn't just because of hodlers. Not at all. Nobody to buy this much, to move Bitcoin this much would have to be upwards of $1 billion at least to move the price of Bitcoin $600-700 like that. And that was a green candle that sold off pretty quickly. So the pattern is, meanwhile, playing out on trading platform BitMEX, which is seeing liquidations worth hundreds of millions of dollars as Bitcoin bounces downwards as well as upwards. So, again, BitMEX loves to do this. These exchanges with margin trading, when the longs, so if people are really bullish about Bitcoin, the longs are really going to pile up because people are betting on the future of Bitcoin. So BitMEX and these other exchanges will dump the price with their own funds and wreck all of those longs, because they're not getting as much volume and not as much trading and not as much fees as they were when they first came out, or in 2017, and they got used to that and they got jaded by that. And now that the fees are so much lower, they're laying people off, exchanges are shutting down, things like that. They're not doing as well. So these exchanges with margin trading will dump the price of their own coin, even just a little bit. It doesn't have to be much, and it will wreck all of those longs, and they will get the liquidation fees for them. Same thing as before. So we went to 4,100, and people are pretty wary of that 4,100, 4,200 range lately for the past 6-8 months, maybe even longer. It hasn't gotten much higher than that, and it dumps every time. So when it gets up there, people naturally start to short Bitcoin, and the shorts pile up and the longs are very low. So the exchange will pump the price of the coin, wreck those shorts who betted against Bitcoin, and will once again get the liquidation fee. So is this just what we saw, at 4,100, where they decided to pump the coin and wreck all those shorts because people thought it was going to go down? I even saw a tweet from somebody who was basically like sell, sell, sell for like a half an hour before the price of Bitcoin pumped. And it was like the worst call I've ever seen in the history of TA, as the price pumped literally $600-700+ like half an hour later. It was unbelievable. I just couldn't believe how terrible of a call it was. Actually, I might even be able to show you that. Let's just go ahead and go on in the old profile here, tweets and replies. I think I got it. Ouch. Yes. Here it is. Majin saying, this guy right here. Let's see, where was it? He tweets like over and over and over. But somewhere around here, I don't remember. But I was basically replying to him saying, sell, sell, sell. And it was pretty much like the worst call ever. It was just about 12 hours or so ago. And oh, where was it? Oh, here it is. Nuke it now, nuke it hard. The longs are overextended. And so this was 17 hours ago. And 17 hours ago was just before this pump. So it was just the worst call ever. RIP. Oh my god, literally before the green candle, Majin went full Majin. So this is why I don't listen to anybody's TA like this. Nobody can call out these candles like this. Nobody can call out these whale purchases or these exchange liquidations. It just doesn't work in crypto. It's so unregulated that an exchange or a whale can just come along and wreck everybody's shorts or longs, move it up, move it down. And nobody, you can't predict that. It's just not going to happen. You can just go on on what you've seen every day and a few charts. Nothing wrong with educating yourself, but a terrible call. And other people just predicting that April is going to be a good month. So we had a couple months in a row with green Bitcoin prices, and fair enough. But, you know, again, articles like this calling why Bitcoin price surged without any kind of actual reasoning. It's just a whale purchase or an exchange liquidation. That's basically the case. And it's not going to last too long. If it goes up, it will come down eventually. Hopefully not. Hopefully people just keep piling on and it keeps going up. I think 5,000 is definitely a strong resistance zone right now, and I hate to get into that TA, but there is a psychology involved in it, and that whenever it gets up to 4,000, it's difficult to go up in price, and you know, etc. So, receiving a phone call. Oh no! Turn a video? What? So, anyway, moving on to this article that I just want to dump so much feces on. I'm going to dump an unbelievable amount of feces on this article. So somebody sent me this. I thank you for sending me this. They sent me an email, and they thought that I would get a kick out of it. And I do. Thank you. So Bitcoin surges 15% overnight because nobody learned their lesson after the last crash. So this is apparently somebody who's very upset about not being able to buy, who's not being able to sell. This is clearly somebody who sold their bags at 4,100 and listened to the TA Majin guy. Oops. And then he was like, oh, I'm angry. I'm going to write an article now. Bitcoin, the most popular cryptocurrency in the world. Oh, is it? Jumped to a 4-month high overnight, briefly reaching 5,000 on the Bitstamp exchange. Bitcoin is up roughly 15% on the day, and traders are excited because it really seems like nobody learned their lesson during the last cryptocurrency bubble. Oh, no for you, buddy. Oh, man, I'm just pooping all over it. The reason for the sudden price jump wasn't immediately clear, and it would be all pretty funny if it wasn't so sad. Is it sad, though? Bitcoin hit a record high of 19,000. Oh man, after months of hype in the popular press, plenty of people got in when the cryptocurrency was expensive, and smart people cashed out, leaving average folks with huge losses. By December of 2018, Bitcoin had bottomed out at 3,400, but it looks like speculators might ride the roller coaster again. I think we will. To be clear, Bitcoin is absolutely worthless by any real measure. It's fake money that's about as practical to use in the world as real monopoly bills. I don't know about that. Bitcoin is backed by nothing and requires tremendous amounts of energy to mine using computers. As it becomes more difficult to mine, it saps more and more energy, causing millions of tons of carbon dioxide to be pumped into the atmosphere and accelerating climate change. Oh no, because the climate hasn't changed over and over and over in the past, 10,000 millions and millions of years. Not the Younger Dryas period, not that, not the medieval warm period or the Little Ice Age after that, where Isaac Newton used to complain about how low the temperature was. in his diaries. Nothing like that. The climate doesn't change all the time. It's definitely because of us, right? Because we're so full of ourselves, we're totally going to change the climate. In like 50, 60 years of industrialization, like 100 years, we're just going to change the whole climate of the planet Earth because we're that powerful, right? It doesn't happen naturally. It doesn't happen all the time naturally. We're that powerful, right? And it's backed by nothing, but requires a tremendous amount of energy. Maybe it's backed by that tremendous amount of energy. Maybe it's backed by the amount of hardware that people put into it. Maybe it's backed by its rarity and its usefulness and that tremendous amount of energy. It's backed by nothing but tremendous amount of energy. It's backed by nothing but requires tremendous amount of energy. So you mean that it's basically backed by tremendous amounts of energy, right? You mean that's what, anyway, so Bitcoin is so rife with scam artists that Google and Facebook ban cryptocurrency advertisements on their platforms. And there's also a huge problem of protecting the money of people who buy into an exchange where the founder dies and 180 million just disappears into thin air. Well, that's your problem. If you don't keep your funds safe to yourself, that's your problem. That's just like saying, you know, we got to have a problem of people taking their wallets and putting thousands of dollars into their leather trifold wallet and leaving it out in the middle of the road. We need protection for these people for putting their wallets out in the middle of the road. Well, why don't you put it somewhere safe? You know what I'm saying? That's your problem. If I put thousands of dollars, just crammed it in there, just of all ones too, so it makes it look even thicker, and just spiked it on the road and said, this is safe here. That's my fault. Not anybody else's fault, not the cryptocurrency world's fault. That's my fault. But that hasn't stopped people from buying heavily into the cryptocurrency scam. Yeah, because it's a total scam, although a lot of them are. I'll give you that one. Even the smaller cryptocurrencies have shriveled to nothing. Bitcoin has been trading range for a while now and shaking off some of the negative sentiment that it accrued in 2018. And you say that again, but perhaps some of the negative sentiment was well earned. Humans never learn, but I'm not here to tell you how to spend your money. I think you are, buddy. I think you just did. I'm pretty sure this article just told you how to spend your money. Do whatever makes you happy. I'm sure this time will be different, right? Yeah, I'm sure it will be different, or it might be exactly the same. Who knows? Humans never learn. Yeah, I think we do. But love it. I love that. I love it. It's fake money that's as practical as to use in the real world as monopoly bills. Bitcoin is backed by nothing and requires tremendous amounts of energy. So you mean it's backed by tremendous amount of energy? That's what you mean. It's backed by a tremendous amount of computers and energy. Oh my God, absolutely wrecked. Spike it on the ground. Twist off your head. Boom! Spike it on the ground. Play the meme. No, I'm not doing CoinMarketCap. No, I'm not doing CoinMarketCap. Cue the meme. Cue the meme. Let's just end it with the meme. End it with the meme.